Hey there, everyone. Happy November 24th, 2020. As happy as it can be, I guess, anyway. So I said we'd do follow-up work on Bill Morneau with his bid for the OECD. So now we finally got some, so that's cool. So cheers to Buddy for giving me the article. At any rate, currently there's 19 public servants helping work on his OECD bid. And there's good reason for that. It's typical to have that many people, I guess, help anyway, but at the same time, Numbnuts here has no idea what he's doing. This isn't his forte. Being a finance minister wasn't his forte. He did no good. He just crushed us even more and, made off like a bandit with the We Charity scandal at the same time while giving money to his family to work within the WE as well, right? So at any rate, he needs help getting into the OECD. Quickly, again, who is the OECD? Roughly speaking, it is a forum of countries describing themselves as committed to democracy and the market economy, providing a platform to compare policy experiences, seek answers to common problems, identify good practices, and coordinate domestic and international policies of its members. So, identifying good practices, I don't know what that means. Maybe they just mean effective practices because good practices hardly seems to fit Bill Morneau and the way he rolls. So I'm hoping that they won't accept his application no matter what happens, which is unfortunate because Canadians will already have been paying for it by the time this is all said and done for about 7 months, maybe 6 months, something like that. But it might be better for him not to be in it anyway. But if that happens, then we'll probably have to get someone else figured out to go into it. Another side note is that it is a United Nations observer, which means non-member, able to participate, but they don't get to vote. So they essentially are an information gatherer for the UN so that the UN can make an educated decision on how their voting process works in and around this sort of trade taxation group, which is what we're talking about here. So anyway, that's what he wants into. That's what it's about. Hopefully he doesn't get in. It'll kind of be a signal. If they say yes, he's in, then we'll know how corrupt these guys are right now. If they say no, you don't get in, then maybe there is some integrity in here. Although I also think that this is also going to be a lot of the groundwork for the new sustainable development, aka Great Reset, aka New Normal. Really all those things together, not just also known as, but all those things together. So really, they're probably all working in lockstep, and they all have the right members put in there already to sort of help this new normal come to fruition. So at any rate, let's go on to his 19 staffers who've been assigned to him quickly here. And who are they? What do they do? They include public servants working in communications and media relations, so your propaganda agents, policy advisors and analysts, ones doing the brainy work, diplomatic outreach and protocol officers. So really, I guess the social end of it, an assistant deputy manager responsible for strategic policy, and a number of GAC staff who regularly liaise with the OECD, among others. So he needs a bunch of experts to help him because he doesn't know what he's doing anyway. This is like I say, I don't think he really has any training for any of this. Most of this is them dumping time into training him. So we're all paying for this asshole to train for a new job, a nice new cushy job where, God knows what he'll do there. He's already a snake, so I wouldn't expect him to do anything good. Anyway, no final price tag yet. Of course, they probably won't release it even by the end. There's no reason to trust the numbers you see or the numbers they might even show later on. Supposedly, they've spent yay much on meetings and such so far in Paris. He has gone there himself once in October, so part of that cost could be his. I imagine it could be under pretty good watch right now by the Canadian government. Maybe he can't get away with too much. So maybe that $6,000 is reasonable, but who knows, right? My goodness, what a picture. Look at the face. Is that just the face that you love to hate? I know it is for me. And what's this? She looks like she's playing on Facebook. Look at that blue reflection on her white face. It just shows just how blue it is. She's probably playing on Facebook. Anyway. Um, of course, no comment from the Foreign Affairs Minister who's responsible for GAC. They're not going to talk about it. I mean, maybe they don't have anything to say. They probably just don't want to answer hard questions, though. This is interesting. The last Conservative government publicly threw its support behind former Governor General Michelle Jean's bid to lead La Francophonie in 2014, promoting her candidacy at meetings with other world members and hiring a diplomatic advisor to assist her efforts. Because again, she doesn't really have all that she needs to do the job either. And it's no wonder if you look into who she is. I mean, she was parachuted in to do what she does. She's really more of a aesthetic than anything else. But at any rate, she was successful at her first campaign, assuming leadership of the 88-member, largely French-speaking group in 2015, but lost re-election after a scandal over expenses, including costs associated with the renovation of her Paris apartment. So there you go. You've even got conservative junk that are messing around with this. So of course, numbnuts is going to mess around with it too, and it's not going to be cool. Is there anything else really important to talk about? I think most people know about the We Charity scandal. Basically, it's a useless, useless charity that they just take money for to go talk about the kind of, new world, new normal kind of shit. His daughter went there and got paid. Trudeau's brother and mother went there and got at least $300K for going and speaking at this stuff. Yeah, that's kind of about all to sort of say for this for now, at least anyway. So we're paying for Dummy to hopefully go lose. I know it'd be even worse potentially if he won. So that's as far as we'll go with this for now. I doubt we'll see anything too big show up in the news about this until it's actually called whether he gets in or not. So we're looking at months before maybe gracing on this story again. So anyway, thanks for watching and stay tuned. Peace out.